traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. Your next stop,
the Dildo Zone.
I don't know, Dick. Today we verify Q. Dilly verifies Q today. Anybody want to verify Q today? I'll do it for you. I'll explain everything. And welcome to any of the QAnon followers and readers. It's all good. Tune into this douchebag. Trump loves Q. Hell, Trump created Q. All right, let's get into this. What caused the about face from me? Why did I support Q and support the Q drops for months, and then the last 3 months became extremely skeptical about the Q drops? Why would I do that? Why would Brendan just turn on the Q army and the Q anons and all that shit? Why would I do that? I'll tell you why. So around April, my own intel source, which was verified, a gentleman from the organization known as the Orion Group, which is a contractor of the NSA. I've got that verified from people at Central Command. My source at the Orion Group told me, no more intel, we're good, bro. Like, we're all set, right? And some of you are going to go, Dilly, you're full of shit. Nobody cares about you. The Trump administration doesn't care about you. And military intelligence doesn't care about you. And the God honest truth, the Q distribution team started lifting sentences straight out of my periscopes. And in my mind, because I've been very accurate on my prognostications over this last, whatever, year and a half, 2 years, however long some of you guys have been following me. I don't know, Dick. The last 2 years, many people have basically said, wow, this guy, does a good job predicting things, right? I don't know, Dick. And so I figured someone was just stealing my information on my scopes and then repurposing it as a Q drop. I had my own intel source. I have had multiple intel sources that are within the government, verified, not like just an anon. I may have pissed off a Trump. All right, this is how I got my verification. In case you're wondering, well, what changed? What changed, Brendan, that made you do an about face on the recent Q drops? And what changed was I pissed off a Trump. I pissed off somebody with this last name that went, dude, what's up with this guy? Why is he dogging on Q lately? And what's his problem? And then it forced some of the people I discuss things with to come clean about their knowledge on this particular, I don't know, Dick. Bottom line is I pissed off a Trump, and I didn't mean to. It's not my fault that no one told me that the administration and those running this operation may borrow some of my language. Had someone told my ass, I probably would have been stumping hard for Q, but no one told me. So instead, I see the shit and I'm like, dude, what is that? That's my words, right? How many of you in this scope right now have messaged me in verbatim, messaged me and said, holy crap, Brendan, Q is parroting what you said to the word. Many of you have, dude. There's probably 20 or 30 in here. There's probably 30 of you in here, honestly, that have messaged me that in the last 4 months where I did a scope and then you messaged and went, Brendan, that's your words, right? Same thing when I did the scope about President Trump talking about the witch hunt. And then that day, President Trump tweets out about it. I didn't know. I don't take myself that serious, all right? So I don't want anybody to get pissed at me and think, oh, he's just he's a fame fag or whatever you guys call me on the fucking anonymous forums or whatever. Or Brendan's just trying to get attention or whatever. Dude, I'm not wired that way. For those of you who know me, I don't roll that way. But I think I pissed them off mostly because they were disappointed. And so to that, I offer this to the QAnons, to the Trump family, I apologize. So yeah, bottom line is I know that Q is legit for one, because I've got about a dozen people in military intelligence and other various elements of the government, as well as the FBI and other places, out to me. And the bottom line is when a Trump tells you, the hell is your problem? Why are you bad-mouthing Q? Your ears perk up and you listen. But the bottom line is Q's the real deal. Q answers directly, the Q team answers directly to the president, but I think you guys already know that. The president and his team is getting more vocal about it. You guys know I always want to tell the truth. Always, 100% of the time, I always want to tell the truth. I might give you bad intel, and I know that. But I think most of you have followed me long enough to know where I'm wired. Like, I always want to tell the truth. That's like, it's a really important thing to me. That's why I branded my entire life around being the guy that'll say the truth no matter what. And so I knew it was time, like, with the information I got, I had to immediately put out, one, an apology and an explanation, and two, I wanted to confirm to many of you, because this means a lot to you. Like, it means a lot to you guys. But anyway, back to my point. How do you know Q is real? How do you know Q is real? Forget the drops. Forget what Dilly just said. Forget all of that. I'm going to tell you the one way you know Q is absolutely legitimate. There is no one on planet Earth right now that could create a movement that parallels MAGA except for the guy who created MAGA. The Q Army's growth, the exponential growth, the reason it parallels MAGA, it's been created by the same person. There's only one man that could do that, and that's President Trump.